Hey everybody, I'm Erik and I'm here with Tom and Alden, and we all work here at Valve on Steam. And lately we've been talking to a lot of different developers all over the world in virtual conferences and answering their questions and hearing about what's on their mind. And one of the big topics that keeps coming up again and again is about wish lists. And developers want to know, what's the right number of wish lists? How many wish lists do I need to succeed on Steam? I heard that there's a specific number I need to hit, and this is a question that we get pretty frequently, and we thought we'd record this today and share this with you so that we can get the word out about Wishlist. So, Tom, why don't you kick us off? Talking a little bit about the benefit of Wishlists and why developers should be thinking about them.
Yeah, so wish lists are basically the system by which, customers can say, "Hey, I'm interested in this game," and you as a developer can keep track of that over time. And one thing we don't do on Steam is have some arbitrary number or magic value. So it's not like if you have 10,000 wish lists, you won't get any marketing. Oh, but now you have 10,001 and now you get marketed. Instead, wish listing helps us actually market the game to specific users. Like if my friends Erik and Alden wish for it and I wish for it, then I'm more likely to see it. So it's great to have a large number of wish lists as long as that actually means those are real customers authentically interested in your product. But just having a really high number of wish lists by itself isn't really meaningful unless there's people on the other end of those wish lists who want to spend time and money on your game.
Yeah, and more to that point of like what the value is in having those wish lists is that really it means when you hit the release button on release day, that many people will get an email from Steam saying this game you're interested in is now available. Go get it. And then also over the lifetime of their game, when you put it on discount or sale in the future, at least 20% off, then those players that have added your game to their wish list over time will get a notification again saying, well, this game you were interested in is now on discount. Maybe now's a good time to jump in and get it.
Yeah. And that reminds me of another thing that I've recommended to a lot of devs with regards to following wish lists even before your game comes out. So there's this useful tracking that we report to you. Every 24 hours, you can see, wish list additions and conversions over time. So even before your game releases on Steam, you can look and compare your wish list, increases to any marketing actions you took. That's not perfect, it's not exactly perfect causation. But if you went to a big trade show or you participated in the Steam Summer, game festival or whatever the case may be, you can see how your wish list increased from one of those marketing actions. And that helps you make some smarter marketing decisions moving forward. The other side of that coin is you can also see wish lists by country. So if you were, sitting at home deciding, hey, should I, use my limited budget to localize in which languages? You may be able to get some useful data from looking at wish lists by country to figure out where, you're stronger or weaker or where you might want to focus.
So you get a lot of good information from Wishlist, and in addition to that, you also get some emails sent when your game gets launched and when it goes on discount. But that isn't the only place that Wishlist shows up. And Alden, I know that you worked on a bunch of these store features. So why don't you talk a little bit about other ways that Wishlist interact with the store?
Yeah. Wishlists also cause your game to show up in a bunch of places throughout the store. We have various segments and sections where we just remind players of games that are on their wish list. And some of the things that you can do as a developer that help influence that is when you're shipping big updates and adding new content to your game, there's a system called update visibility rounds. And this causes your game to show up on the homepage of Steam. First of all, to people that own your game to remind them, let them know that there's cool new content in the game, but also people that have your game on their wish list, letting them know, now's a great time to jump in. There's a bunch of cool new stuff to play. We're also working on some additional features. We have an experiment right now in Steam Labs that is a new news hub. And the idea here is to give players a central place of following all the interesting activities that are going on in both the games that they own and the games that they follow in Wishlist. So that gives them a place to find out, what's going on in the games that I said that I'm interested in, and what of those activities might be interesting enough to give me the reason to jump in and buy and play that game right now.
All right. Well, hopefully this gets the word out a little bit about some of the cool features that Wishlists bring when you get them on Steam, and also dispel some rumors. Tom and Alden, thanks so much for talking with us today, and we'll catch you in the next video, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.